Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the world's biggest stars, and we've got one for you today. Anna Jane Casey is a lady I've seen 4 million times in 7 million different productions, and she's here. You must be exhausted.
Totally knackered. 42 and knackered. That's me. That's my CV now. Yeah.
Do you know what I love about you more than anything? Can I be perfectly honest?
Of course you can. Go for it.
No bingo wings. Congratulations.
Do you know what? It's lifting small children. I have an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old, and the 2-year-old is made of lead. I swear, she's the heaviest child in the world. And lots of people say, do you work out? No, I just lift my children.
Is that what it is? Because, I mean, I think I first saw you in Chicago, and that pose, I don't know how to describe it, but that thing you do is so memorable, and I think you did it truly better than anyone else who ever's done that role.
Well, I am 8 foot shorter than anybody else who's done that role, so they're usually big, tall ladies. I'm only 5'3", but yeah, I was determined to dance tall, as I was once told. Yes.
We're here today at Forbidden Broadway, which is on at the Vaudeville, and I saw it Monday night, and you're so spectacular. I was just saying to Christina, you couldn't pull this off unless you did it better than everyone else, because it would just look crap.
Absolutely. I mean, it's because literally it's 2 hours of running around and being goofy. So unless you've actually got skills, it's going to look like a load of old pants. So one thing we've really prided ourselves on is that we're going to sound brilliant. So you go, there's 4 voices, hopefully, unless you come and see us on a dodgy day, but we're going to sound brilliant and you're going to have a real good time. So
what pressure is on you? I mean, in a big production, there might be an ensemble of 50 on a big show, a good show. In this, there really is 4 of you who've got to knock it out the park. If you wake up in the morning and suddenly it's not quite there, do you panic? I mean, how do you get through your day?
You do. There's moments of, oh my Lord, and also the styles of singing in the show are so different. I mean, Christina sings beautiful soprano and then she's chesty belting. I do a lot of low stuff and then shout. You really do use the whole range of it. My poor children, I've not actually read to them in months. I'm like, Mummy can't speak, protecting my instrument. But it is knackering, but luckily we have fantastic standbys. We have Joe Prowse, who covers the boys, Laura Tebbett covers the girls, and they're both phenomenal. So we're in good hands if we're suddenly dying.
What is it like being you to be one of probably 5 leading ladies in the West End who more or less owns every role you do and are widely respected as the best in the business, truly?
Oh, that's very, very kind. I don't think of myself like that. I ride a little moped into town. I zoom into the show. I literally run out the theatre at the end to get home for the school run in the morning. I mean, people have said that to me before. You're in a little, really niche little band. And I go, am I? Okay, that's really nice. I'm very, very flattered. I mean, Janie D, Joanna Riding, Sally Ann Triplett, those ladies are who I think of my brilliant peers. And hopefully now I'm in that little group.
I was going to say, do you accept that you are in that group?
Just about, but I've that northern self-deprecating thing of, oh no, I'm just a market trader's daughter. I'm just here doing jazz hands and big smiles.
I was looking at your CV earlier, and I've seen you in most of these. I mean, you look down the list: Cats, Joseph, Starlight. It's a silly question. They're probably like saying, what's your favourite child? But are there some that stick out more than others?
I just mouthed who was my favourite child was there. I'm not going to take. Who favourite shows? Do you know what? I was only talking the other day about Starlight Express, which for me, when I didn't do Starlight, I was like, that's just a show where people just roll around on skates. And actually doing it, not only is it the hardest physical thing you'll ever do, but the most satisfying. And you just to see kids' faces completely in awe as we're racing around. That was brilliant. That was joyous. But it's got to be West Side Story. I'm a sucker for a good old tune, and I met my husband there, so we now force our children to watch the movie. They'd rather watch Peppa Pig, but we're like, watch this film. This is how Mummy and Daddy fell in love. So yeah, West Side, I think.
And again, when you look at all of these shows, they're all love stories, aren't they? I mean, I look down all of them. You can't have a musical that's a hit without 2 people falling in love and a third person and a triangle thing at some point in the show. Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of a generic setup but it's the same with any play, really. I mean, if you're going to go and see the angstiest of plays, there's always a couple who are canoodling in the back. But musicals, I've got to say, I don't actually go and see musicals. Oh no, there's an admission. But I do like enjoying doing them because it is really satisfying and you get to meet some great people.
Hang on, we can't just move on from that. So what is it? You find them boring, you don't like them? What is it?
They're rubbish. They're 2 hours of the most dullest time you'll ever spend. No, they are. I mean, you leave your brain at the door for most musicals and just enjoy like 2 hours of joy. Because let's face it, life's a bit of a pain in the bum sometimes, which I think why musicals are still very popular. Even the crazy modern new ones, Rent is really arty and fabulous. And You're in Town, which I saw not so long ago. Did you not like it?
I hated it. I gave it 1 star out of 5. I did, honestly. I couldn't bear it. To pay 79 quid to watch a musical about going to the loo. Oh, I left at the interval. I'm not sitting through that rubbish.
It is a very random setup, but people are going and they're enjoying it. I loved it, you see.
Did you really?
Yeah, but
I think you want the West End to fail. That's what's secretly going on here.
That's what shows about wee and poo. Let's face it. We need to have Poo Town next.
I think that's what it is. I'm a bit of a sort of safe guy in a way, and the idea of just pee for an hour and a half and I just thought, I'm going to go see Les Mis where they're all dead at the end. You know what I mean?
Where they all die under the arms of the French. But no, I really liked it. But still, you know, once again, it's a story. It's a love story.
Last night, I mean, I went to see Memphis for the second time. I saw it originally on Broadway. Stunning, spectacular. And for the first time, I think, almost ever, better than the original Broadway production. You can't say that very often, can you?
No, not at all. I mean, I saw Hairspray. My husband and I saw Hairspray on Broadway with Harvey Feinstein, and he was phenomenal. We didn't see the show here, but I'm kind of friends with Michael Ball, so hello, Michael. And he, I'm sure, was brilliant. But you're right. I think for the first time, London is kind of leading the way in musicals. Go London. And
actually, it's funny you say that, because Memphis has got a lot of similarities between Hairspray. It's a story about race. It's a story about a TV show. Or you almost wonder if the producers had seen Hairspray before they came up with it. But there you are. I want to talk about that feeling when you do your 11 o'clock numbers, because you're queen of that, really. Nobody knocks them out the park like you do. And even in this show last week, there was a scene where that pin focuses on you. It's all about you. Is that terrifying or thrilling?
A little bit of both. I mean, when you first do something, you know, I've done the show before. I did the show in 2005 when it was first here at the Chocolate Factory, and then again in the summer, and then now we've moved to the Vaudeville. So I've done this show a few times, but it still is absolutely like poop in your pants moments when you stood there.
Bring Urinetown into this again.
We're back again with toilet humour. There's real moments of terrifying stuff going on, and a lot of people at the moment go, "Oh, we saw you do the proms and you sang 'Don't Rain on My Parade' at the Albert Hall." Let me tell you, if you watch that video carefully, I'm twitching, I'm terrified. Because not only is it one of the most famous songs in musicals, there's 5,000 people looking at you going, yeah, go on then, dear, you show me. So it is really scary. And I think as you get older, you get more fearful as well. I mean, my kids run around and they jump off the top of a slide and they go, well, they scream loud and they're not fearful. Now I'm very old and scared.
There aren't many people who can do it like you. Maz Murray, I love to see on stage, and Sharon D. Clark's another one where you feel absolutely comfortable. No matter how high it goes, you're going to get there, and you're one of them. Do you realise how blessed you are and what a gift that is?
I've started to recently, I've got to say it. You just look round, and I have lots of friends and cousins and relatives who really go, oh God, I've got to work again. And as much as it's knackering, I mean, Forbidden Broadway is literally running a marathon for 2 hours while screaming. But there's nothing like it. It's really satisfying, and I am very, very blessed. I do know that, yeah.
And you've got to be pretty organised. I mean, this show moves so fast, the wrong wig in the wrong place or the wrong shoes. I mean, you could end up doing Wicked in the middle of Phantom, couldn't you?
And it's happened. Wigs have been on sideways, somebody's had a costume on backwards. Oh yeah, it's brilliant. In fact, there was one time when I think I came on, realised I had something wrong on, ran off, got changed and came back on. But with this kind of show, you can do that. As long as you go on the end, people are going to laugh.
What is left in the West End for you that you would love to do that would be exciting? You have virtually done every major role. I mean, other than being a giraffe in The Lion King, what's left?
Well, I'm working on that. I'm working on my long legs.
That.
I know, I'm only 5'3". That'd be the meerkats. That'd be me. I'd be like, brilliant. There is a production on Broadway, you might have seen it, I haven't, of Pippin, which they did at the Chocolate Factory, a smaller version of a couple of years ago now, but Pippin on Broadway apparently is smashing it. And they're going to bring it over to London, hopefully. And there's one part in it for an older lady. So I'm holding on to that one. That'll be my next one, hopefully, if it comes.
You're so gifted and talented. I'm going to let you go. It's been such a pleasure seeing you again. Thank you for the memories and every bit of joy that you've given to this West End, because you're one of those few people who really have carved the future of it. And when you see someone like you on stage, it's humbling, because I always think if I can do the role in a show, it ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? And I see that all the time. And when you watch you just think, I don't know how you do it. Congratulations. Forbidden Broadway is on here at the Vaudeville Theatre. AJ, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Lovely.